Hey guys, I just filmed my February wrap-up and March TBR, and now I'm here to film my February book haul. I meant to film a January book haul, but I didn't because I was so busy, because I was going back to school, and school has been, as usual, keeping me busy. So I forgot to film one and upload one, so I bought like 2 books in January. So I just added them to my February book haul. I did buy a lot of books this month. 6 books. And 2 in January. So I have 8 books here altogether. I am very excited to read these. I have been doing very well with not buying a lot of books. So I figured I would treat myself to some books and not go overboard. Because I spent a lot of money on books like last month on Book Outlet because they're having a major sale. So I promised myself after that I would not buy books for a while, get books out of the library, and if there were a couple books I wanted, I would just pre-order them, and that was that. Or they were out already. I did pre-order 1 book this month, but it's not coming out until April. So it was a pre-order. Yes, it was a pre-order. That's not coming out until April, so it doesn't really count, and it's probably going to be in my April book haul. So look out for that one. And I cannot think of the name of it off the top of my head, but I do know it's by Candace Cameron Bure. That I do know. That's by Candace Cameron Bure, but I cannot think of the name of it off the top of my head. Anyway, let's dive into the books that I bought this month, so we're not here forever. The first book is The 10 Commandments, My Search for God in Hollywood by Ken Baker. I absolutely love Ken Baker. He's on E! News. He's a senior correspondent. Yes, he is the E! News senior correspondent. I used to watch him all the time on E! News when Juliana Rancic and Jason Kennedy hosted it. And then first when Juliana Rancic and Ryan Seacrest hosted it, and then after Ryan Seacrest left, it was Juliana Rancic and Jason Kennedy. And then after she left, I just stopped watching it because I was not interested in it anymore. I did get this I didn't even know he wrote a book, so I was very happy to see this for $3 hardcover at the used bookstore near my house. That's where I get a lot of books that I never know exist, and then I come upon it at the bookstore. So I'm very excited to read this. Yeah, that's one. The next one is Goodbye Vitamin by Rachel Kong. I have seen this book. I saw this book someplace. I cannot remember where I saw this, but I did see this someplace. And ever since then, and ever since I saw it, I've been extremely, extremely interested in reading it. It's super short to begin with. It's super short, so I'm hoping I can get to it soon and just read it in in a sitting. I probably will be able to read this in a sitting. My mom might be interested in it, so she might read it as well. And again, and it was $8. And again, I got it from the used bookstore near my house, so I was very excited to see it there for $8 for a hardcover. So I was very excited to see this there, and so I bought it. I'm hoping to get to this soon because this seems like a kind of summery beach read because of all the limes. No, because of all the lemons on the cover. So I'm hoping I can get to this. Soon. I'm probably going to read this in the summer, I hope. Because it'll probably be a fun, quick beach read. Like summery beach read. The next one is Hello Sunshine by Laura Dave. I was interested in this book. I was interested in this book. I did see this book um I did see this book someplace, and the name looked familiar to me. I did get this from the library, but I had to bring it back before I could read it, so I didn't get a chance to read this. So then when I saw it there for $4, I figured why not, and I would buy it. I figured why not, and I would just pick it up and buy it, and I would get to read it. And I would get to it when I got to it. Again, I'm probably going to get to this in the summer because it's a very summery. It looks like the cover looks like a very summer beach read. The next one is A Blessed Life by Kim Fields. This is an arc. This book came out already in November of 2017, and this was an arc. I was hesitant to buy it, but I kept picking it up and putting it back and picking it up and putting it back. But I figured it was $3. I figured it's an arc, so I'll probably get through this very quickly. And I figured why not? She was a Real Housewife of Atlanta. I didn't watch her season, but I like watching the reunions because the show, like in general, except for, like, if I like the city that to do, I'll watch the show itself. But like with Atlanta's kind of boring me now in a way. Like watching a normal show is kind of like boring me, and I don't watch Atlanta as much as I used to. So now I just watch the reunions. So that's where I know her from. So I was interested to read her book and see what she writes about. The next one is Magic Misfits by Neil Patrick Harris. This one I bought full price from Barnes and Noble because on Barnes and Noble I was able to get. That's where I pre-ordered Candace Cameron Bure's new book. That's not coming out until April, and I got it signed. I was able to get a copy of it signed if I bought it on Barnes and Noble. So that's where I bought this, and that's where I pre-ordered a signed copy of her book from. I wanted to read this forever, and I was able to get it. I was able to get it on sale. It was cheaper on Barnes & Noble than it was on Amazon. This was like, when it came out, it was $25. I got this for $11 on Amazon, on Barnes & Noble. So I figured I could get this for cheaper on Barnes & Noble, and I did. So I bought it. So this, I'm sorry, I didn't pay full price for it. I got it on sale. Same with this one, is Nevermore, The Trials of Morgan Crow by Jessica Townsend. This book was so hyped on BookTube. I cannot remember what it's about off the top of my head. But this book was so hyped on BookTube that I wanted to read it, but I didn't want to pay full price for it. And then, like with this one, I saw it on Barnes & Noble on sale for $10. So because I was just going to wait for this one to be on Book Outlet, and probably so with this one. But when I saw this one on Barnes & Noble for $11, I couldn't pass up that price. And then same with this one. I was tempted to buy it because it was $10. And I was like, do I really want to buy it, or do I just want to wait for it on Book Outlet? But of course, me being the book person I am, I cracked, and I bought it for $10 on Barnes & Noble because I was able to get, if I bought her book, which I paid full price for because it's a pre-order and it's signed, so I had to pay full price for it, which is fine. I don't mind paying full price for her books because I absolutely love her. But I think I got this. I think I got it free shipping. And I think I got these for a little cheaper than I paid. Because if you, I think, bought 2 more books, you got free shipping, and I think you got them discounted for a little bit more. But I cannot remember if I did, but I got free shipping, so yeah. And I didn't know if I was going to get these books because what I heard was when you buy a pre-order on Barnes & Noble, sometimes they hold your whole entire order until the pre-order comes out. And then once the pre-order comes out, they send the 2 other books you bought with that book. Like, if they held my order, these wouldn't have come until April when the pre-order came, when the other book came. But they didn't hold my entire order. They sent these 2 books, so now I get to read them quicker and sooner. So I was happy about that. The next one I bought is Losing Brave by Bailey Madison. I like Bailey Madison. I think she's such a phenomenal actress. She was on, she's been in a couple things I've seen, but I can't remember. The one I know the one of the TV shows that I saw her on was The Fosters. And then she's been in a couple other things, and I cannot remember that I've seen that I love. I think like a TV show or movie, but I cannot think of the names of them off the top of my head. But I didn't know she wrote a book, so then when I saw that she wrote a book, I pre-ordered this, and I bought it, and I'm very excited I did, and I'm looking forward to this. And I cannot think of what this is about off the top of my head. I do know what these books are about, but because I have not read them yet, I cannot think of what, like, some of these books, like, what they are. I cannot think of what the synopsis is off the top of my head. Because sometimes just looking at it, I know what it's about, but some of them I just can't think of what they are off the top of my head. That's bad, I'm sorry. But I literally cannot. The next one is A Single State of Mind by Andy Dorfman. I did go to her book signing, and it's signed right there. So this is a memoir, another memoir she wrote. This one, her first one was a memoir about her being on The Bachelorette, and how she kind of like, so that's what she wrote about when she was on The Bachelorette. And then this one is about her. And then this one is about her moving to New York from Atlanta. Yes, Atlanta. So this one is about her moving to New York and living the single life, and moving from Atlanta to New York and living the single life after The Bachelorette. So I was very interested in reading it and seeing what she writes about. And I never watched her on The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, but I did see her name. And that's why I bought her first book, because I did see her name. And then when I was reading it, I was like, oh, she was on The Bachelorette. Okay. So then I don't know her from The Bachelorette, from those shows, but I did see her name. So yeah, I'm starting to like her a lot. And I'm looking forward to what she writes about in this one. And the last one is Bonfire by Kristen Ritter. This one I got from Barnes & Noble while I was on vacation, because knowing me, when I go into a bookstore, I wasn't going to buy anything because I just wanted to like look and see what they had. And I also got Pretty Fun by Kate Hudson. My best friend gave me that for my birthday. I forgot to bring it in here, but I also got that one from my best friend for my birthday. So thank you, Christina. In case you see this and watch it, thank you, Christina, for buying me Pretty Fun. I am looking forward to reading it. And I'm very happy you bought it. And thank you for my CD. Anyway, sorry, back to this. I got Bonfire by Kristen Ritter. When I was on vacation, there was a Barnes & Noble, and of course, knowing me, I had to go in. And then I saw this, and I was like, oh, okay. I wasn't going to buy it at first, And then I saw it signed, so I could not pass it up. So I bought it. And I was so happy because I was able to treat myself to a book by doing very well for not buying a lot of books while I was on vacation. And this is the only book I bought while I was on vacation, so I was pretty proud of myself. Alrighty, so those are all the books that I bought in February, and then plus the 2 books I bought in January. So that's going to do it for this video today. As usual, give my video a thumbs up. Leave down in the comments below what you guys bought this month, or what you guys are read or are going to read in March, as I would love to know. And as usual, give this video a thumbs up, click subscribe, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye, guys.